Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my June declutter. Welcome. I'm so excited to do this because I have really been trying a lot of my products that I kind of typically neglect in my collection, and I have thoughts on them. So I'm really excited to share them with you, and I'm really excited to dive into this today. So let's get started. Alright, so you can see it's looking like a hot mess express up here. But the first thing that I know I'm going to be getting rid of is this e.l.f. like shimmer eyeshadow stick thing. I think these are meant to be like a dupe for the Stila ones, but honestly the Stila ones are just so much better in my opinion. These have no wear time and they crease like crazy, and it's like really small. So I feel like I've only used it a couple times and there's already like product missing. So I don't know how I feel about that. But I'm going to declutter this. Alright, so then we're going to jump into this drawer up here. Just like primers. I have this Milani primer, the Dewy Base Primer. I like this product. I don't love it, but I like it. So I'm going to use it a couple more times and just see if it's something that kind of like outranks anything else in my collection. I kind of don't think that I'm going to use this over this one from Glow Recipe. I do really like this one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to declutter the ABH Brow Definer in medium brown. I really like this product, but this color is not dark enough for me. I'm almost done my Pat McGrath mascara. It's like getting pretty dry. I probably have like a couple more days out of it. So this is going to stay until it's like completely done. I'm actually going to pass on the Becca Backlight Priming Filter because as much as I like this product, I have several other similar products and they're newer and I'd rather be using those. And this is still good. It still smells fine. Like I've been using it, but I'm going to give it to my sister because she just goes through products in a way that I don't necessarily. So I think she'll really like this and get a ton of use out of it. Jumping into this drawer, I've been really comparing the number 7 powder and the Charlotte Tilbury powder to see if I think they're really dupes, and I'm not sure. I'm not really convinced. I think the number 7 powder is nice, but I do prefer the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't think you need to buy the Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going to keep using both, but I don't necessarily think they're dupes. That's how I feel personally. Over here in my lip drawer, so I've been trying out a ton of lip products this month, and I've been taking out ones that I don't want to keep. So I think everything in this drawer I've decided is a keep for me personally, but when we move over to my makeup storage, there are things in there that are not keeps. I'm going to get rid of this Oribe lip balm because it's so old. I've like hit pan on it, but I don't need it anymore. Things that are fairly new in this drawer. I have extremely mixed feelings on the Boy Brow. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's also not a product that I really use. I think it just might be something that I end up throwing away soon. Alright, so I never really record this way in my closet, but I'm going to today because I still haven't replaced my tripod and I don't feel like trying to fix something up, so I'm just going to show you things I'm getting rid of. So the first thing I know I'm getting rid of is the Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop. One of the shades in mine actually broke, which is this one up here. And I have the Natasha Denona Glam palette, and I kind of just reach for that for cool tone looks instead of this one. And it just, I don't think this is a bad palette. It just doesn't like blow me away like I wanted it to. So I'm going to declutter this. I might also declutter the Oma Beauty foundation. I'm kind of on the fence about it because I really like the finish, but I wore it the other day and it was very warm, the shade on my skin. It's supposed to be, it's Fair Lady shade T2N, so it shouldn't look as warm as it did, but it looked very orange on me, and I'm not sure if that means it's like going bad or what exactly. But I am highly considering decluttering this. I think I might declutter this. Yeah, I'm going to declutter that. Let's just not even overthink it. And then I'm also going to declutter this Guerlain primer because I've had this for a really long time. And it's like half gone. I've used up one of these completely already, and then I repurchased it because I really liked it, but this is so drying on my skin now, and the LYS gripping primer is like a pretty decent dupe for it. I wouldn't say it's like an exact dupe, but they do similar things for my skin. Like this makes my foundations last a really long time, and I've been really liking this, But this is just too drying. It's too old. Sad to say, but yeah, it's gotta go. Also gonna pass on this Makeup Forever Little Velvet. Jumping to lip products. I'm actually going to declutter the Millie Gloss from Ofra because the base is too icy white for me. Every time I put it on, I don't like the way it looks. And I think it's a really beautiful gloss. Like, the shimmer is so gorgeous, but on me, it's just too icy. And for that reason, I don't wear it. So I'm going to give it to my sister, and she'll probably really like it. I'm also going to declutter the Fenty Cheeky Gloss, which is like the more orange one. And the Pretty Please gloss. These are like, they're just a little too much color for me as a gloss. I just don't tend to wear things like this. I tend to wear more things in like the fussy kind of shade, and these are just a little too bright for my personal taste, so I'm gonna pass those on. I don't have very many actual lipsticks left, which is really shocking to me. But a liquid lipstick I am going to get rid of is Junebug from Kylie. It's like the purple one. I actually quite like Kylie's formulas. I really like the Velvet Lips, and I do like the matte one a lot. But I wore this shade the other day, and it's kind of like the whole colorful thing. I just don't wear them anymore, and I don't really see myself wearing this. And then everything else up here for now is fine to stay, I think. I'm debating getting rid of Autumn as well from Kylie because I think it's just like a smidge too orange, and I have decided that I really don't like orange on my skin tone. I just think like with my undertones, it's not that flattering on me. And that's my personal opinion, of course. Pass this on, and I feel great with that. I'm gonna keep the Corte Rosa palette for now and keep playing with it. But I'm pretty sure that when I go down to see my sister, I'm going to declutter this to her because these tones are just too rosy for me. I don't love them on my skin tone. I like a couple of shades out of this palette, but the palette itself, like even with just those shades, doesn't give me enough to like want to do full looks with it. So because of that, this is going to stay up here for now. I'm probably going to reach into it a couple more times, and then I'll sanitize it and pass it to my sister. So this is my blush drawer. I'm just going to hold you up. I still actually don't really know how I feel about this product from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. It's fine. I am going to declutter this Kat Von D blush in Honeysuckle. This shade it's looking like pretty neutral on camera, but on me, I think it pulls a little too warm, and I don't love it. It's kind of like a weird orangey undertone on me, so I'm going to get rid of this. In my bronzer drawer, I'm going to get rid of this Maybelline. It's actually concealer, but I bought it as to use as cream bronzer, but I didn't buy in a shade dark enough. So everything else in here, I am pretty happy with at the moment. I don't really feel... Oh no, I'm going to get rid of this Tarte one as well, because I realize I don't like cream bronzers in this like pot form. I hate having to put my brush in here and put it on my face. I feel like I get it wrong every single time, and it never looks good. So I don't like that. I am going to keep Patrick Ta one though, even though it's like a similar kind of thing. It's like more like the cream for that is like a little bit more contoury, so I'm a lot more precise with it, whereas like these I go in with like bigger brushes and it just never looks good. Plus I like the powder in there, so it's fine. I'm also going to give this to my sister. She loves like bronzer contour products, so I know she'll love this. I'm also going to get rid of this Marc Jacobs liner because I literally never use it. Down here, I've actually gotten rid of my Auric powder in Ego because I literally never used it. I'm going to give this to my sister, this Urban Decay glitter, because I never use it. And the same with the Charlotte Tilbury cream thing. I do like the formula, but I never really wear this like gold color. Like, it's a little too gold on me. I kind of prefer like a bronze or copper. So everything else in here I am super happy with. I only have 3 single shadows now. Face palettes. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna keep all of these. This is one that I don't super love, but I'm starting to get a little more tan from the sun, and I think it's like suiting me a little bit better. So I'm gonna keep this for a while. And this Becca Face palette, I think I'm also gonna keep this. I quite like this palette in the winter actually, so I'm gonna keep that. And my Rach Loves Pixie palette. I like the Pixie highlighter for me a lot. I love these orange blushes, so that's good to go. Then down here to my eyeshadows. I have made like such a huge dent in the eyeshadows that I've kept over the years. I'm really pleased with my collection right now. So I have the baby one by Lawless, which is so pretty. Natasha Denona Love palette. This palette, I just really love this packaging so much, and I have swapped some of the shades out in here for shades with the other ColourPop palettes. And I just really like this little color story. It's not something I reach into constantly, but I do enjoy it. I still haven't used this ColourPop palette, but it is like one of the only green palettes in my collection, so I am going to keep him for now, but we'll see. And this palette is just so nostalgic for me. Keeping that. And then these. This is probably one of the best palettes ColourPop has ever made. It's so beautiful. They really should bring it back. And then the Naked Honey is pretty nice. Alright, so this is 18 things that I'm able to get rid of and pass along, and I'm really happy about that because this is just stuff that I'm not using, stuff that's kind of gone bad, that needs to be tossed, things that don't suit me, things, you know, my skin tone, my preferences, like all that stuff. And I'm really glad that I can pass them to someone else who can use them while they're still in usable condition and I don't have to throw them out. And I actually totally forgot that I have these other things as well. So this is 5 more things that I'm getting rid of. So my total this month is actually 23, which is, I'm really happy with that. I think that's really fantastic. And I also have a couple things in my shower that have just aged out and need to be thrown away. But yeah, I'm like really pleased with this, that these things I can pass on to someone else and that she'll love them and get use out of them while they're still good. So thank you so much for watching. I'd love if you subscribe and come back next month for my June declutter or my July declutter, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.